Hey yo, thanks for tuning in to The Source, your source for celebrity news. Check this out. The other day, I shared the trending story with you about how Will Smith's ex-assistant and supposed friend of over 38 years, brother Bilaal, is out here spilling the alleged tea on Will Smith and Jada, and I shared a few video clips from interviews that he's been doing out here in these internet streets, where he's virtually trying to ruin Will Smith's reputation. And then, the next day, Tasha K dropped her interview in which this dude spilled even more tea, including the fact that Will Smith allegedly wanted to off himself because he walked in the house and caught Jada Pinkett Smith getting busy with J-Lo's then husband, Mark Anthony, on the couch. And afterwards, Will Smith was so mad that he pummeled Jada so bad that she had to have reconstructive surgery on her face. Well, after I saw the Tasha K interview, I was like, something ain't sitting right with me. Because one, Sauce wasn't born yesterday. And then two, every story that he's telling just so happens to be a reiteration of a rumor that's already been out there for years. So I'm already like, this dude is sus. And I'm looking at him with the side eye. And then he said this.
Because in the book, just so you know, each chapter, after you finish a chapter, each chapter will have a QR code. And you can put your phone on that QR code, and whatever I said in that chapter, it goes to a website and give you the evidence of anything that I talked about.
Okay, that's dope.
So, and then of course I showed you how I'm doing movie trailers for the book.
Okay,
right,
yeah.
Like full on produced movie trailers.
I saw that. Yeah,
we're doing billboards, right? Where like it's going to be a thing because right now I'm self-publishing, but since I've been doing interviews, book, people have been offering me book deals. So I need to decide whether I'm going to do it.
Just do Amazon.
Do Amazon. Just do. Okay. Got it.
And promote your book on shows like this.
Okay. Got it. Thank you for that.
No problem. No problem.
I was like, wait a minute. Each chapter is going to have its own movie trailer? So, using my intuition and investigative internet skills that I used to use to find out if some dude was cheating on me, I followed the cookie crumbs. And this is what I found. Now, check this out because the devil is in the details. I want you to take a very close look at the binding of Bilaal's so-called book. I mean, this dude took a photoshopped image, slapped it up on somebody else's book, and then slapped it up on the website. And he didn't even have the professionalism to proof the cover or remove the original author's name before he put it up there. Now, this dude who just cut and pasted his book's title and cover art on top of like somebody named Vanessa Graham's book called Nanny's Alpha Boss, expects you and me to believe that he's such an aficionado in product placement who is so masterful, efficient, and thorough at his job that Will and Jada Smith needed his help, expertise, and connections to promote Will's book. Yeah, okay. So this is what I think now. I think that this dude is a fraud who threw a book full of old rumors together and is so hasty and thirsty in his attempt to get the bag that he didn't even take the time to get the cover of his own book right. Listen, let me know what you think about this dude dropping movie-like trailers for the chapters of his book. Let me know what you think about that in the comments. And while you're down there leaving a comment, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Now, check this out. The other day, the New York Times dropped the bombshell news that Cassie is accusing Diddy of assault and is suing him for $30 million. In a tweet, the publication said, quote, "The music mogul Sean Combs, also known as Diddy or Puff, was accused of R and abuse in a lawsuit filed by the singer Cassie, his former girlfriend." End quote. Now, in the lawsuit filed in New York, Cassie alleges that Diddy made her sign a 10-album contract, which basically added up to her becoming his indentured servant. Then he plied her with drugs and alcohol to make her more susceptible to his sexual advances. And after he got with her, he frequently beat her and forced her to engage in sex acts that he referred to as freak-offs. And during these occasions, he often recorded her in compromising positions with male prostitutes. She also alleges that when Diddy thought that she was secretly seeing Kid Cudi, he threatened Kid Cudi and told him he was going to blow up his car. And then, like a week later, Kid Cudi's car blew up. And then, when she tried to end their relationship in 2018, he forced his way into her house and assaulted her again. Well, now, Kid Cudi has come out and confirmed Cassie's story, and he says that Diddy did have his car blown up. In a statement published by the New York Times through a spokesman, Kid Cudi said, quote, "This all true," end quote. Now, in addition to Kid Cudi's statement, 3 members of Diddy's former girl group, Danity Kane, have also come out to support Cassie, and Aubrey O'Day said, quote, "It isn't easy to take on one of the most powerful people in this industry. May her voice bring all others to the table so we can start having more transparent conversations about what's actually happening behind the scenes," end quote. When asked specifically if she had witnessed Combs abuse anyone or if she had been abused by Combs herself, O'Day said, quote, "I need to take a moment before I speak about it further. There are layers," end quote. Listen, all I can say is this. P. Diddy has operated in these streets with impunity for years, and now it appears that the chickens are coming home to roost. And I'm telling you, if I was Cassie, I would be suing him for much more than like $30 million. I would be trying to get the whole bag. And when I got finished with this dude, he would be destitute like the characters Randolph and Mortimer from the movie Trading Places. And since he likes to get so freaky with it, he could go out there and prostitute himself to try to rebuild his wealth. And I know, somebody's gonna come in the comment section like sauce. Just cause Cassie say it don't mean it's true. And that man is innocent until proven guilty. Yeah, I know. But if you remember like 20, 30 years ago, when he was getting ready to get hemmed up for that gun and he tried to put it off on J-Lo and the bodyguard, a New York jury gave P. Diddy a pass. And I really don't think that they're getting ready to give him another one. Listen, let me know what you think about Cassie suing P. Diddy for the R and asking for $30 million. Do you think that $30 million is enough? Or do you think she should have upped the ante and sued him for way more of the coins that are jingling in that billion-dollar bag? Now, shortly after the details of the alleged abuse surfaced on the internet, 50 Cent reacted and added his 2 cents. 50 said, quote, "Damn, brother love, brother love, brother love. You out here looking crazy as an MF, laughing my A off," end quote. Listen, you can always count on 50 to like swoop in and kick you when you're down. 50 ain't right. Now, with regard to the whole Diddy Cassie situation, Azealia Banks also weighed in, and she said, "This is true. One time Diddy beat her up so bad that he sent her on a 3-week vacation to Hawaii so no one would see or question how her face got like that." Then, Azealia posted a picture of Diddy with a caption that read, quote, "Another violent hip-hop homosexual. This is what mental illness looks like for all of you armchair psychologists," end quote. Now, somebody else who had something to say about Will Smith and P. Diddy is Michael Blackson, because he jumped online and he said, quote, "Anything demonic that you do will come back and haunt you. 2 big celebrities went down the last couple of days. Who's next? What do you think they did?" Listen, Michael Blackson is a mess, and I have my suspicions, but I wouldn't even want to put that energy on anybody. Wait a minute. This just in. Breaking news, hot off the press. According to the New York Times, Cassie has just settled her lawsuit against Diddy 1 day after filing. Wow, this right here has got to be like a new world record or something. I have never ever in my entire life seen somebody file like a lawsuit on Tuesday and by Wednesday that mess was settled. This right here is out of control. And I mean, this dude had to be in the background telling his lawyers like, listen, give her whatever she wants. She wants 30, give her 50. Because he did not want that can of beans to get opened. And you know his attorneys were like, but Diddy, we can fight this. And he was like, no. Give her like 100 million. No, give her 200 million. Give her 300 million. As a matter of fact, give her $300 million to House in the Hamptons, a Bentley, give her a masters to like Biggie's like albums, and also throw in one of my kids. I am done. Well, after the news broke that P. Diddy settled with Cassie within the first 24 hours, a whole bunch of people had something to say. And one person said, the fastest settlement I ever seen in my life. And then somebody else was like, he did everything she said he did. He said, pay that woman and pay her now. And then somebody else was like, wow, never seen this happen so fast before. So, does this mean he guilty? And then somebody else was like, he knew the truth was not gonna set him free. And then after that, somebody else was like, yeah, because if he dragged this along in a court, too many skeletons will fall out the closet. He wants everyone to hurry up and forget about her truth so he could get back to lying. Listen, this whole thing is funny, but it's not funny because a woman potentially got abused. And if Cassie's allegations are true, can you imagine how many other women P. Diddy has abused since the 90s till now? And I mean, if that's the case, then this dude needs to get locked up. And if the P in P. Diddy actually stands for predator, I wish that somebody would come out and file criminal charges so that this dude cannot just simply pay them off and then go back to abusing women. Listen, money is nice, and I can't tell you whether or not to take the payoff. But I believe that one of our first priorities as women, when we know that these dudes are abusive, should be to get them off the streets so that they are no longer free to hurt, harm, or endanger another woman. Listen, let me know what you think about Diddy settling the case with Cassie in less than 24 hours. Do you think that this makes him look guilty? Let me know what you think about that in the comments. And hey yo, thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source, your source for celebrity news. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Peace.